Chris is just one of our other crews here in town. There's a lot going on already this morning, and that includes over our shoulder here out on Sanibel, where they had a special sunrise ceremony.
Yeah, like Chris said, normalcy is something that a lot of places are still trying to achieve, if you will. That's true for where he is in Iona. That's true for us here on Fort Myers Beach. And while recovery is kind of front of mind, we have to also today, on this 1 year mark from when Ian hit Southwest Florida, remember all those lives lost. And that is what they're doing right now at Lighthouse Beach on Sanibel Island. Our Elise Chengary is there live this morning to show us how they're honoring the lives lost. Good morning, Elise.
Good morning, Amy and Trent. I can see Fort Myers Beach from the distance here as we're standing here on Sanibel Island. You know, it's hard to believe that it was 1 year ago. I was standing outside reporting live, showing you, our viewers, what Hurricane Ian exactly was doing. And standing here on Sanibel, we want to show you the sunrise remembrance that's taking place this morning. And you know, it's not too far from the lighthouse. And I want to point that out because the lighthouse remained standing through Hurricane Ian. So that remembrance is taking place right near there. And there's a lot of people here this morning, and they're wearing, you know, shirts that mention Hurricane Ian or shirts that say Sanibel Strong, because that's been the community's response ever since September 28th of last year. And these are things that are being talked about right now when we have the mayor speaking and the former mayor speaking, and, you know, people from EMS and fire, as they're all explaining their experiences over the last year. And Amy, you mentioned, you know, it's horrible to say, but, you know, there was a lot of lives lost during Hurricane Ian. And this is something that's being discussed here this morning to remember all of those lives. And we're also talking about all of the progress that's been made over the past year. And when we talk about that progress, we're talking about, you know, like the lighthouse that's standing and something that gave people a sense of hope. So a lot of our community members are out here this morning talking to each other, remembering exactly where they were today of last year. They're hugging each other, taking photos together here along the beach. So it's been a very nice, you know, remembrance held here this morning to remember the past entire year and everything that this community has gone through. So of course, we'll bring you more of this remembrance later on today. And you know, same thing, Amy, that I want to point out this morning. I was just reading some comments along my Facebook as I was sharing some memories of what happened last year. And there was a lot of neighbors who were mentioning that just how resilient the community has been. It's been a lot of devastation, but to see all of the progress being made, that's just given people a lot of hope going forward. And it's just been so tremendous to see how strong our communities have been over this past year. Live here on Sanibel Island, Elise Chengary, Fox 4.